If you were to describe someone's behavior as petty, you mean that they care too much about small, unimportant things. An even simpler way to put it is if they are acting very childish. Basically, if someone's actions has you saying out loud, "Come on, was that really necessary?" then it pretty much qualifies. So here are a few examples of petty NBA moments. Enjoy the video. On November 5th, 2018, Jamal Murray dropped 48 points on the Boston Celtics, which was a career high for him at the time, but apparently he wasn't quite satisfied with that number, so he decided to shoot the ball one last time as the clock expired, in an attempt to get 50. He misses the shot, but that still was extremely unnecessary, as the outcome of the game was already set in stone. Denver was gonna win whether or not he shot that. And with Murray breaking that unwritten rule, it didn't go over very well with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, my guess is no, he did not shoot it for the 50. But, oh, he did shoot it.
Yes, he did.
The reason Jamal Murray did that looked to have been a combination of two things. One was the fact that he missed a layup literally the play before that would have gotten him 50, so that had to have been disappointing. Plus, the fact that the home crowd was egging him on, pressuring him to go for it, but he still shouldn't have done that.
You wanted 50, the crowd wanted you to get 50, and I know you had a nice little conversation with Marcus Smart afterwards. No harm done, right?
No, we good. He knows I was trying to get 50. I didn't mean no harm. I should have done it, but they understand I was trying to get 50. But it was a good dub. It was a fun game. Hope y'all fans enjoyed it.
As you just saw, Jamal did end up apologizing for his actions, but that didn't make Kyrie any less pissed.
Had a great game of your life, and then you do something like that. It's just petty. It's immature. It's just so thirsty of a player to just go after something like that. Clearly 50 points is a big deal, but get it within regulation. Take it at your, take it as a man, get your free throws and get to 50 points. But you don't wait until the end of the game when everyone's not playing to just launch up a shot and then nonchalantly go like this as if it doesn't even matter. So it's just a tradition in the league, but it's just immature. So.
Now, it's not only points that players try to sneak in towards the end of the game. They attempt to fill up other categories as well. One of the most well-known examples is what Ricky Davis did in the closing seconds of a game between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Utah Jazz in the year 2003. Davis was one rebound short of his first career triple-double, so in an attempt to record that rebound, Davis deliberately missed a shot at his own team's basket.
Well, they lobbed it inside. He goes in, hit it off the rim and grabbed it. Yeah.
And Deshaun Stevenson takes offense to that. Puts the hard foul on him.
They don't give him a rebound here or a credit.
What happened? He shot at the wrong basket. And he was trying to embarrass somebody by doing that. Deshaun fouled him. I would have fouled him too. I'd have knocked him on his ass.
But one that nobody really talks about, or at least I think so, is the Anthony Bowie situation. It was March of 1996. Bowie actually called a timeout with only 2.7 seconds left in the game, while his team was already leading Detroit by 20 points. Now, why would a member of a team who was winning by so much call a timeout when they clearly had the game in the bag? Well, because apparently he was only one assist shy of a triple-double, and figured that there was still enough time left to get it, which he did.
The Orlando Magic led by 20 points with 2.7 seconds remaining when the Magic's Anthony Bowie called a timeout, seeking his first career triple-double.
Reportedly, both coaches were furious because they knew exactly what he was trying to do. His own coach, Brian Hill, just handed him the clipboard and just allowed him to draw up the play himself, as he wanted no part of it. And the opposing coach, Doug Collins, just told his players to get out of the way so Anthony Bowie can get the pathetic triple-double he wanted. That's how disgusted he was. In fact, so disgusted that when Bowie tried to apologize to him immediately after, he did not want to hear it, completely ignoring him.
Assistant coach Doug Collins pulled his team off the floor. Bowie passed to David Vaughn. He got his triple-double. When he tried to explain to Doug Collins, Collins pulled away. Brian Hill, after the game, went to the Pistons locker room. He tried to apologize. Doug Collins didn't want to come out.
Now, surprisingly, Collins was the only one who got punished, because technically, at the end of the day, what Bowie did was within the rules, while Collins pulled his team off the court while there was still time left remaining on the clock, earning him a $5,000 fine. When asked if he regrets what he did, Anthony Bowie said, "Regret? I don't understand why people say I should regret having a triple-double, regardless of how it came. It's just a game." When Kevin Durant shocked the world by joining the Golden State Warriors back in 2016, he instantly became a villain in many people's eyes, and quickly started acting like one early on, especially in one game in particular that first year with the team. It was Game 3 of the 2017 Western Conference semifinals between the Warriors and Jazz. Throughout the entire night, Durant was definitely showing off his villain side by getting into it with a fan, Rudy Gobert, and even the freaking mascot. Apparently, the mascot was taking a little longer than usual making his way off the court, and KD looked to have lost his patience.
Then when he came back, played a few games, strained his calf in the playoffs against Portland, so he hasn't played a lot of basketball game action.
I vividly remember watching this live and thinking that he definitely didn't have to do all that. I mean, I have no problem if KD wants to get into it with other players, by all means go right ahead. But trying to start something with a harmless mascot, that's just petty as hell. When Kyrie Irving was injured during the 2018 NBA playoffs, Terry Rozier was forced to step up. And that's exactly what he did. He stepped up big time in Kyrie's absence. He had a sensational first round series versus the Milwaukee Bucks, and certainly made a name for himself. No, literally, that was when the nickname Scary Terry really took off. And while all that was going on the court, there was a little side story going on off the court as well. Terry Rozier and Eric Bledsoe developed an intense feud as the series went on. It all started when Rozier inadvertently referred to Bledsoe as Drew Bledsoe, former New England Patriots quarterback, following Game 1.
Giannis, he loves to push the ball. Drew Bledsoe, he loves to push the ball. You got Chris Middleton, who makes tough shots, and we just try to limit them.
Drew Bledsoe loves to push the ball.
And it was clear that Bledsoe took offense to that, because after Game 2, he said this.
Rozier's gotten off to a strong start to the series, no turnovers in 78 minutes. How personally do you take that matchup?
Who?
Terry Rozier.
I don't even know who that is.
In my opinion, that was awfully petty of him, considering that what Rozier said was just an honest mistake. This whole situation got so out of hand that even the Boston crowd got in on it.
He's done a good job. He has really been able to quiet down the storm that was in Milwaukee. And listen to this crowd here, Kevin.
Yes.
Who is Bledsoe?
Well, he was Drew Bledsoe for a while, I think, in the press conference.
That's what Rozier called him.
Yeah.
And even the real Drew Bledsoe himself.
Hey, Boston, it's the original Bledsoe. Game 7. Come on, Boston. Get out of your seats. Let's make some noise.
Eventually, it started to look like everyone was becoming kind of petty at this point.
First to go up is Terry Rozier. Drew Bledsoe. Feel free to ask
There was no question I was going to get those last 2 free throws. Been working really hard. Hey, man, this whole thing with Terry's been super fun. So proud of the Celtics and this whole thing that's going on. It's been fun going back and forth with Terry, but it's mostly been fun because the Celtics are playing great basketball, and I've been a fan for a long time.
All in all, although things got pretty heated between them as the series progressed, they did show some respect to one another when it was all over, even though Rozier still continued to troll him by wearing a vintage Drew Bledsoe jersey before the start of the Sixers series.
You came into the arena wearing a Drew Bledsoe jersey. What was the significance of that outfit and that jersey to you as you came in to begin this series?
I got love for my man Drew Bledsoe. Even though we haven't talked, I think he know who I am and I know who he is. So that's all that matters.
Now, this last one didn't take place in the NBA realm, but it does involve basketball nonetheless. And I'm not kidding when I say that this just might be the pettiest thing I think I've ever heard.
A Virginia man calls the police after he gets fouled during a pickup basketball game.
This is the hardest foul in America, bro. What you guys say, bro? You calling the cops if you get fouled, Berto? You calling the cops if you get fouled?
This guy called authorities on this guy.
No punches were thrown, nothing. It wasn't malicious, no hits to the face or anything like that.
Deputies thought they were responding to something more serious. Another player posted this video.
Have you ever been called for a basketball foul before the... No. This your first time?
That's my first basketball foul.
Alright, I know there was a lot more petty NBA moments that I could have mentioned, so you're more than welcome to let me know some others down in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.